Hello, and welcome back to Quantum Break. Yeah, I went back and I've got a few things on the timeline, just a few things. So in Act 1, I have 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. I mean, that's an episode, so I can't 100% that one. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. That's an episode as well. And now we're here. It looks like I didn't miss anything important. It's mostly just, you know, the points that I need to level up, which are kind of important. All right, I'm hoping I can go back around there because we have... I can't even see it on my radar right now, but we have something over there. One of our points to get.
Serene ordered Hatch to kill me because he didn't want to put his plan at risk. And seeing the scale of that facility, I started realizing just how deep that plan went.
Oh, hi.
Made me wonder. Time was ending. What was it all for?
Okay,
Pistol
gotta
would be
get to
nice.
Dr. Amwell's office.
All right, we want to go back. Yes, down this way. So I've obviously upgraded quite a few of my powers. My sense goes a lot farther, so that's always good. Makes it so I can find even more things. There's only one more. Let's see. I have 3 right now, so I don't think I can upgrade what I wanted to. Yeah, I need one more and I can upgrade slow time. So, yeah. That's what we're doing. Oh, those poor guys.
The chart showed that all of Monarch's major technological advancements started in 2010. Around the same time that something else happened.
Ground zero.
Yep. Yeah, but in 1999, all of a sudden there was this big uptick. Like people were laying the groundwork for something. How you doing there? That enough to kill him? I hope so. We're going this
Looks
way.
like I need to find another way inside.
Thanks for holding the door for me, bud. I'm just gonna slip through here. Negative pressure, my ass. Oh, that's what they were talking about. Oh, fuck. That's what a juggernaut looks like. Oh, it's just fuck. You know what I'm using on him?
What the fuck is that?
Nope.
Not even scratching.
Damn. I did nothing to it. Yeah, it's gotta be the backpack. There we go. What'd you... Oh, no, he's not dead. I thought it was. He is not dead. What'd you... Can you please move? I hit dash, but I don't think it was charged yet. Blark.
The device drained my powers.
Are you
We
kidding
refer
me?
to it as a chronon dampener.
Are you kidding me?
Serene ordered Hatch to kill me because he didn't want to put his plan at risk. With seeing the scale of that facility, I started realizing just how deep that plan went.
Guys are lucky I didn't shoot you.
Made me wonder. Time was ending. What was it all for?
Time's already ended. We're just now realizing it. We've been in a black hole this entire time, and it's just distended time itself. Hello? It's right there. Huh. Odd. Well, I still have the 3. Okay, it's just bugged, I guess. Don't remember you guys. Dealt with that. Oh yeah, first. Take that. Wait, did he pick it up or what? Pardon me, excuse me, coming through. I'll take that. I just ammo. Yeah, we know. Come on, come on.
What the fuck is that thing? That's the weak spot.
Ow. Watch it! Did his back blow up or something? What the fuck was that? Yeah, and these checkpoints are... Why is there a checkpoint here now? Alright, I think
Showed that all of Monarch's major
it will still count that I already read that the first time, but you never
around
know.
the same time that something else happened.
Ah, just shut up.
What the fuck is that thing?
Nope!
That's the weak spot.
Nope, you don't. So I killed him last time, I just was too close to him. Fair enough. Can I, like, take that? No, of course not. Hey, what do we got here?
Oh, hello.
Okay. Let's look around first before we go up there. Because we can do stuff like this.
It was clear that Monarch had been building the chronon technology for years. They were prepared for the fracture.
None of it would have been possible without the CFR.
That's true. Alright, I guess that's all here. Alright, let's get up there.
Try it again.
Hey! What did you... Let's go. Oop.
Might be able to get out from here.
I'll just climb up here and, I guess I'll jump this. How'd you? Nothing up here hidden? Alright. Oh, yeah, I thought I was gonna write it up for some reason. Not with
Guessing
time
this is the
fractured.
usual employee route.
What's that sound? Who's it? What you guys doing up here? CHR Field Research Laboratory Team Schedule. Oh, there's a team holiday on Friday. Nice.
Dr. Amaril's office must be close.
You know, you probably shouldn't be talking while you're using a piece of heavy machinery. I'm just saying. Probably be concentrating on not running people over. Whoa. That hurts?
No alarms. Looks like nobody here knows about the mess I made on the way in.
Not yet, at
Good job,
least.
Beth.
It's just math. I've aided in Jack Joyce's escape from his cell. He's here to kidnap Dr. Sophia Amaro. This presents the perfect opportunity to move forward with our agenda. Tonight, we send Monarch into a state of chaos. Tonight, we ensure Paul Serene's downfall. When Paul hears about Jack's escape, he will order Sophia Amaral to be locked away in the villa for protection. As Jack nears her location, have Stetson sabotage the drone surveillance so that his movements will remain undetected. Assist Joyce's mission in any covert manner possible. Sophia is Paul's only resource capable of developing the treatments he needs. With her out of the picture, we only need to destroy his remaining treatments to render Paul helpless as his sickness grows. All of his treatments are kept in Dr. Kim's lab. I will gain access to the area and ensure that the entire lab is destroyed. I predict that Paul's sickness will take hold within 6 hours of these events, spurred by the increasingly frequent stutters. Only then will we make our final move. So they're moving against Paul, which we already knew that, but that gives us a little bit more of the picture. Why, we don't know yet. Do not use the radar tower entrance as a smoking area. Why not? Oh, they're hiring chronotechs. Chrononononotechs. Chronononononons. Okay, dude. That's gotta suck for you. Not your TPS reports. Oh, whatever will you do? Did you get that thing I sent you? Alright. Beth to Fiona. I just got word that Jack Joyce is in Monarch custody. Walked right into the mansion on Gull Island and gave himself up. What the hell are you two up to? If you want my help from the inside, then I need to know what's going on. Fiona. Yeah, oops. I'm sure you noticed that things didn't go exactly according to plan at Ground Zero. Seems like a running theme tonight. Can't go into details now, but we found something that I believe is the key to retrieving the countermeasure. The solution is in sight, but we need to kidnap Sophia Amaral in order to get it to work. Jack gave himself up as part of the plan to get him inside. I'm on my way to release him so he can get to Amaral. A poor man's Trojan horse. Desperate times, desperate measures. What's your status? Any update on Dr. Kim? On the Dr. Kim lead? Yeah, we found him. We may need your help from the inside to pull this off. Any chance you can lower security and around the R&D facility? She writes back. Our plans might actually overlap for once. I'm going to attempt to access Dr. Kim's lab tonight during the gala to find out if he knew about the countermeasures. I still think that's our strongest lead. However, if I get inside, I should be able to shut down some of the security measures from inside. The problem is that getting inside that lab might prove to be a long shot. Couldn't get a hold of Amaral's keycard, so I resorted to shameless flirting in order to find a means in. I'm going to the gala as Charlie Wincott's date in hopes that he can get me inside. That's if I can hold back from punching out the douche for that long. Consider this a test of restraint. I know that you think Jack is the key to obtaining the countermeasure, but the evidence is really stacking up that Dr. Kim knew something about the device. All the research he did in the lab is classified. They're hiding something big in there. I'll let you know what I find. I'd warn you that your plan on the island sounds reckless, but I'm sure you're fully aware. Keep in mind that the minute Dr. Amaro goes missing, the entirety of Monarch is going to be hunting you down. She's the only thing keeping Serene, I don't know why I have problems with that. It really isn't that hard. Alive. I won't let her go without a fight. Keep safe. Looks like we're getting a whole bunch. Your TPS ports are in my way, dude. What's the point of TPS reports? All right. To all security team leads. People, it seems we are having an even busier day than we anticipated. Be aware that both Liam Burke and Jack Joyce are now being held in the detention center at the island. It should go without saying that Burke no longer has any authority within Monarch Solutions, and should be treated as any other detainee. Both Burke and Joyce are considered exceptionally dangerous, and Joyce particularly so. He is Chronon active and should be handled with caution. That said, Joyce has given himself up. It's possible that he has realized the futility of his position, and the fight has simply gone out of him. But I am not convinced he has no ulterior motive. Mr. Serene has to concentrate on his speech tonight. It's extremely important to the future of this company, so please ensure that everything goes smoothly. In the meantime, I will personally be conducting an interrogation of Joyce. Please expect my arrival at the detention center shortly. Martin Hatch. Guess he just wanted him in position so he could free him?
That's Emily's office.
Jesus Christ. BFR briefing. Did I already read this? I don't remember. It's no exaggeration to say that the Chronon Field Regulator, or the CFR, is at the heart of all of Monarch's technological advances. It has taken on a somewhat mythical quality, given its origin and the vital role it plays in the Lifeboat project. But in actuality, the CFR's applications are very practical. That's not to say the CFR hasn't had a course-altering impact on the work Monarch Solution does. It's been hugely influential in the development of both stutter-proofing technology that allows us to shield large areas from effects of a zero state, enabling time to flow within them even as it stops everywhere else, as well as the smaller personalized application of the same technology. The portable Chronon harness that allows our soldiers and technicians to operate freely within stutters. We think of Dr. Henry Kim as the father of all this technology, and deservedly so. But for all of his brilliance, it was his dedication in uncovering the secrets of the CFR that allowed him to make his breakthroughs. Despite Dr. Kim's hard works, the CFR functionality is still not fully understood, and we have not been able to replicate the device. Having more than one of them would obviously be greatly advantageous to us, but we find ourselves in a precarious position where, in order to fully investigate it, we would have to take it apart. Given the immense power, such an undertaking would pose obvious risks. Perhaps even more importantly, there's no guarantee that we would be able to put it back together again. Given it's vital to the implementation of the Lifeboat protocols, it's our policy to leave it intact. We do know, however, that the CFR can not only store an immense amount of Chronon particles, it can also tap into the Mayor Joyce field and, with great precision, manipulate it. It's this unique ability that our Chronon technology replicates, albeit at a far less control and efficiency. It's also what makes the Lifeboat protocol a reality. By itself, our stutter-proofing technology is powerful and reliable, but its rate of Chronon particle consumption is high, and it increases at an alarming rate as we widen the volume of space the stutter-proofing covers. This would, on the face of it, make the stutter-proofing a very temporary solution indeed, one that could perhaps buy us some subjective weeks once we enter a permanent zero state, but which would ultimately only delay the inevitable. However, the CFR changes all of that. When the permanent stutter-proofing installed on the lifeboat, indeed the very stutter-proofing that makes the lifeboat in the first place, is directed by the CFR, the system becomes vastly more efficient. Our chronon particle consumption is reduced to around 1% of what it otherwise would be. Given the chronon particles are hard to source, even at our ground zero installation, and our stockpiles are decidedly limited, this means that the CFR makes the difference between lifeboat being a temporary stopgap solution or a very long-term undertaking that, hopefully, allows us to eventually find the solution to the end of time. So I'm thinking, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I'm thinking they want to create a bubble with the CFR where time flows normally, and they'll be able to work on the solution there, which isn't a bad plan, but if the countermeasure works, then you don't need it. Okay. Let's see here. Oh dear God. Let's learn about shifters, shall we? Much of what we know about the shifters is theoretical, based on observations made by Mr. Serene. Isn't he a doctor? You'd think he'd be a doctor with everything he's doing, but then again, I guess he was just the business side of everything. And the limited experimentation we have been able to conduct on the only subject we have managed to capture. Oh, shifters are the, Dr. Kim. It's Dr. Kim. They do not seem to have stable physical presence. Rather, the data we are gathering appears to be fragmented and contradictory, as if there were countless versions of the subject occupying the same space. Very well, maybe. Our current theory is that they somehow exist in a persistent state of quantum superposition, or to put it another way, with the reference to the famous Schrodinger's cat thought experiment, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. The full mechanics and implications of this exceed our current understanding, but on a practical level, it seems to make them highly resistant to injury. It appears that even if the shifter encounters deadly force, it may kill one of its aspects, but because it exists as multiple iterations of itself, including iterations that were not killed by force, it doesn't stop. Current theories suggest that the only way to stop a shifter is to cause its wave function to collapse from the superposition to a single eigenstate? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. In particular terms, the shifter must be affected with deadly force enough times for it to run out of healthy versions of itself. As such, direct confrontation with the shifter should be a last resort. I was assuming as much. Contact with a shifter is extremely dangerous. We know that they are essentially mobile repositories of vast amounts of chronon particles, and that they can only exist in a zero state, an area which has been depleted of chronon particles, typically by a fault in the Mayer-Joyce field that encompasses the universe. Colloquially, we refer to these as stutters in time. We also know that shifters are hostile to any source of chronon particles other than themselves within the stutters. So any chronon-active individual within a stutter may find themselves targeted by shifters. It appears that the movement in stutters, by which we mean the very movement of particles within the space in which time flows, does not merely the movement of an individual, or not merely the, I don't know where I got the from, not merely the movement of an individual distributes them, or rather disturbs them, and they respond with considerable aggression. As discussed previously, shifters are extremely resistant to damage. They are also quite physically formidable, but their biggest threat is the distortion field around them. Its exact nature is unknown, but we know it warps the properties of the space surrounding them, exerting great physical stress and unpredictable forces on its surroundings. Again, in practical terms, close proximity to a shifter may be fatal, even if no actual physical contact takes place. The stutter-proofing technology Monarch Solutions has advanced offers solid protections against shifters. Time flows normally within the stutter-proofed area, so shifters simply cannot exist within them. Therefore, as long as stutter-proofing remains active, shifters are not a problem. However, stutter-proofing of large outside areas is not feasible, given our chronon particle budget, so we have developed other technologies to defend against shifters, the chronon dampeners. A chronon dampener works by annihilating free-floating chronon particles within a specified area. As shifters' forms are hypersaturated with chronon particles, they cannot enter an area in which a chronon dampener is active without their wave function collapsing. Therefore, our operatives in the field have a solid portable defense against shifters. Our own technology is shielded against the dampener's effects, so activities in the stutters undertaken by our strikers and other operatives are not hindered. However, as an unfortunate side effect, the dampeners have a crippling effect on individuals who are chronon active, like me, without the aid of technology. Accordingly, should Mr. Serene be present, you should always make him aware of your intentions before activating a dampener. You may rest assured that the dampener is not powerful enough to do actual physical harm to Mr. Serene, whose systems constantly produces new chronon particles to replace the ones that are lost. But as the dampener's effects are unpleasant and unnervating, such an encounter is likely to lead to an awkward conversation about future career prospects. Yeah, don't turn that shit on, it hurts.
That there looks like what Beth wanted.
Got it?
Oh, shit. Emerald's at the party.
Of course.
Stutter won't last. I better find a way out of here and get to the party.
Project Fracture Progression. We've looked at the preliminary data at the frequency and severity of the stutters and crunched the numbers, and the results are alarming. Our original projection, which gave us years until the fracture reached the point where time breaks down completely, does not match up with the progression of stutters we are experiencing. Put simply, the stutters are happening more and more frequently, clearly indicating that Mayor Joyce Field is breaking down much faster than we thought. Taking the rate of acceleration, we can hypothesize that we might have as little as 24 hours until we reach the end of time, or the point at which time stops and no longer starts up again. We do not know why the original projection was wrong, and why the data, which we do consider reliable, coming as it does from Mr. Serene, unless he lied, seems to entirely contradict our current findings. Regardless, the main issues seem clear. In order to achieve Monarch Solutions' stated goals, the life protocol should be activated ASAP. Hence the party. They're trying to get everybody together and get them down into the lifeboat.
The Admiral had tried to warn Paul. The end of time was approaching quickly. Less than 24 hours away.
Mr. Serene believed it would take years to run its course. Admittedly, he was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he may have been right at one point, though. That's the thing. Sophia, as promised in our last session, I am now going to transcribe what I recall from my dreams. I still have doubts that this exercise will help alleviate my symptoms, but I'm willing to explore the idea further if you truly believe in its merit. For someone who is not a medical doctor, let alone a mental health professional, you seem to take a great interest in my thoughts. Not that I don't appreciate it. Here is my first attempt. I recall a haunting image of 7 red doors. Each door had wrought iron handles that were dripping liquid metal onto the ground, creating a pool in the middle of the room. I looked down in the aqueous metallic glow at my feet to see my own glimmering reflection, revealing that I had aged half a lifetime. Startled, I looked up to discover that only one door remained. Jack Joyce stood in front. The heat in the room was overwhelming. Jack was sweating profusely, his skin red and peeling open. He begged me to take him back home, but there was no door leading home. I opened the only door left and entered, discovering that we were back in the same room we had just exited. He refused to come to terms with this and opened the door again. I followed him, over and over as we desperately opened the doors, forever leading us back to where we started. The heat grew and he howled in pain, begging to know why I made the other doors disappear, why there was only one path. He begged me to bring the other doors back. He begged me to take him home. The iron pool burst into flames. Jack screamed in agony. I grabbed him, told him that we needed to learn to endure the heat, to embrace the flame. I knew it would come to pass eventually, but the only way to survive it was to accept its inevitability. My body began swaying rapidly, dancing to the movements of the flame around me until my bones faded out of existence and I surrendered to the fire until we were one and the same. I was no longer one being in one place at time. My life force spread evenly across the flames until I was no longer an individual in one body, but a grander, shifting entity. I could feel Jack begin being consumed within my essence. I felt a power within the heat, a clarity of intent. I forgot about my desire to ever return from the flames because the body that once desired to return was lost forever. I became the very thing that I entered, and it became me, a cyclical fury chasing itself, Ouroboros. I woke up in a cold sweat. I quickly wrote down the words that poisoned my mind in the moment. Delamore Schwartz was right. Time is the fire. And then she writes back, with Jack Joyce in our custody, I thought it relevant to forward you a message you sent me years ago. Do not underestimate the significance he holds in your life. I understand your concern that he is reluctant to accept the inevitability of what is coming. However, when he sees the whole picture, he'll have no choice but to believe. We all had our doubts once. You showed us the light. Give him time. Problem: if he refused to even see the other doors and Jack knows that they exist, is it because he made one decision and refuses to listen to Jack when Jack says there are other choices? It is a dream after all. Just saying. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed my nonsense. If you did, a like, comment, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon would be greatly appreciated. This has been Boy Lag, signing off.